come into tonight after the loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. They battled and battled, but could not pull it off at the end. Guys losing by just a single point.
And you know what? They played well, but just not well enough. And close games really test where your team is at.
You know, Greg, that's a great point. They just didn't have enough to flip that last switch, and losses like that stick with you for some time.
Well, we're about halfway through the season outdoors. It's no longer new. The playoffs are still a ways away. Seems like a time when players can start to lose focus.
No doubt, Kevin. You have that sense that maybe the All-Star break is coming or going, and you still have that fight you've got to get through the February, March doldrums. But this is why coaches always talk about, let's play in the moment. Let's not worry about the results. What you can do every day, each moment. When you can do those kinds of things and just lock in on small tasks, then you've got a team that can contend.
Good coaches always seem to steer their teams in the right direction at this time of the year. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Hart is out there with ball, and it's AI in at the 5 down low.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell. Doris, you've covered the NBA and the Jazz for so long. Just how much does this team mean to its community?
Well, this is one of the great environments in the entire NBA. Jazz fans are diehard. They're loud and they're proud. And I'll tell you, as the only pro team in the state, it's no wonder.
And James gets it to go.
LeBron just shrugs off any and all contact when he has a good look at the rim like that.
To the wing right side. Knocked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And the wide open shot from Crowder, and a miss there on the triple. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. It's a 3-point game. Here's AI. Rubio with the rebound. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. AI outside. Kuzma passes to AI. The rebound by the Jazz. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
Now here's Ellenson. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Boy, what a stroke. LeBron James every year builds brick by brick in his game, and that perimeter game, woo-hoo, sweet.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I did catch up with Utah's head coach. He knows they're up against the team that plays best when it can get to the front of the rim. So the #1 concern defensively is coming over to help to cut off drives and cutting down all lanes to the hoop. Kevin will see who imposes their will upon the other.
All right, David, thanks. Here is Rubio, following the basket by LeBron James. Bradley kicks to Crowder. And it's Ellenson in the corner. The Jazz with another miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
That puts them in the lead.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
Mitchell in the corner. And nothing is falling for him right now. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Well, Greg, I think I love the timeout call. At least it gives you a shift in momentum. It's a smart move.
And here on the 2K leaderboard are the teams with the quickest hands in the league. The Lakers, number 1.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
Rubio with a wide open look, and he's good on the 3-ball. Rubio's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. To the paint, here's James, and LeBron throws it down.
I don't think you can stop LeBron James when he starts off to fly like that. Might as well just start jogging back the other way.
And it's Rubio with the ball for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 3 outside Bradley. Rubio in the corner. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. The Lakers have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Poked away. Bradley dishes to Rubio. He tries for 3. Here's Bradley. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Here's AI, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of this.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Kicks to Ellenson. Here's Rubio. Rubio missing again.
Well, they've been playing some tough defense on him in this period, and it's starting to affect him. This guy's having trouble finding the target right now.
And not just sustaining the lead, they're adding to it.
Right, and this is precisely what you want to do. Build up the lead and keep the pressure on.
To the middle to end the run. The Lakers with the rebound.
And out of rhythm offensively, but he could...
Oh, my God.
That's how you attack. Wow.
How'd he do that?
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
I don't think you can ask for anything more, Greg. What a wonderful job establishing a lead early in this one.
And what a draft day steal for the Lakers, who were able to get Kyle Kuzma, who had been drafted 27th overall.
Yeah, Kuzma came into the league far more polished than anyone expected, and you have to credit the young man's hard work and how he was able to make such a big splash that rookie year. And with how hard he works, Kuzma is going to be an impactful player in this league for a long time.
Rubio outside. Knocked away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Left side, Bradley. Buries the 7-footer.
It seemed to me they were shying away from a foul there. The D still has to be a little bit more physical than that. He's got to feel you.
And again, it will drop another make there from AI. AI's got 14.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
In the corner, Crowder with it. Not 3 off the mark.
Boy, all sorts of space around him. If he can't hit those, the defense not going to worry too much about him.
Offensive rebound. AI lays it up and banks it in. 16 points for him.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And it's Mitchell missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Scooped up. And there it is again from him. Shot good from AI.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And Rubio kicks to Crowder. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Feeds it to AI. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
So many aspects go into developing, Doris, a winning team, coaching players, all the front office moves. How much do you think ownership affects that equation?
Well, I think it's absolutely critical. Leadership starts at the top down. And what kind of organization do you want? What kinds of behaviors will you tolerate? What kinds of things do you emphasize in terms of what you want your culture to be about? And to me, that starts at the top. When you look at the organizations that have great history with sustained success, it starts at the top with ownership.
I like your word culture there. That makes so much sense. Jazz trail by 20. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Exum kicks to Baylor. There's the pass to Baldwin. Here's Ellenson. The Jazz with another miss.
Boy, that's just the kind of tight defense you need to play on him. Any kind of room at all, and he'll bury it.
And so it's Baldwin with it. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. Pass to Ellenson to stop the drought. The shot, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. Right side Hill. AI outside. From 8. Sinks that one from the post. AI's got 25 points in the game.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Exum deciding where to go with it. Jordan against Crowder. Here's Baylor. And it's AI with the rebound. AI's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And Hill, the bucket on the assist by AI. AI's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Utah shooting in the early going here. Pretty dreadful, 22%. Here's Baldwin. 9 points last game out. Ellenson off target from three-point range.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Baldwin after the made shot from AI. To end the run, a nice shot by Baldwin. Baldwin's got his first bucket in this one.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
AI in the post, defended by Crowder. And AI gets it to go.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Exum passes to Baylor. He kicks to Crowder. The shot misses. Good D by Jordan.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
Now, here's AI. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Count it.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
Jordan against Crowder. Pass to Baylor. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And the Jazz making a change here. Versino's checked in. Reedy's checked in for Los Angeles. And the shot is good.
I'll tell you, great job by Crowder to free himself up, an aggressive interior scorer.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator. And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
So it's Utah now after the basket by Los Angeles. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Baldwin. Jordan with the rebound. The Lakers controlling the game. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And AI gets it to go.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
The Jazz shooting only 28% here in the first. A shoddy game offensively for them so far. Baldwin looking for the opening. Passes it to Crowder. No good on the three. Ingram outside. Here's AI, and AI throws it down.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
The shot, no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Free throws have been a struggle for DeAndre Jordan. He was asked if he'd ever consider shooting them underhanded like some have done in the past.
I haven't. I've never tried it. I've never secretly tried it in practice or anything like that. I think I'm going to try to shoot it regular.
You know, he's made some progress with his unusual method, though.
Yeah, him, Drummond, Capella, a lot of the guys who were getting the hack-a-shack treatment have made great strides.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you, they've simply been more assertive in the open floor. They're leaking out early, converting with confidence.
Allen is out there with Baldwin. Then it's Jay Crowder. Then it's Ellenson. And it's Brusino in at the three. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Suns was a driven man. Just an incredible number of points and did his thing on the defensive end with a number of steals. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. And Kevin, we'll see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Okay, David, no doubt he'll have the defense focused on him here after that stunning game last time out.
You better believe it. He'll be looking at double teams, guys up in his jersey all game long.
I think that's the way this guy likes it. He wants a challenge. It makes him more focused, more determined to show what a force he can be.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Suns in Phoenix. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. It goes on Brandon Ingram. Bradley's checked in for Ellenson. For Utah, they have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. AI passes to Reed, and the dunk by Reed.
And how about the excellent court vision, just keeping the defense off balance?
I'll tell you, Greg, his passing has been absolutely outstanding. He is threading the needle right now.
Ingram comes with the double team. A shot by Crowder, no good.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him. Well, Jay Crowder, a versatile forward to me who fits in so well with this team. He can hit threes. He can match up well on the defensive end. This is a player who has a bigger impact than his stats might indicate.
Here's Baldwin. 5 points in the game. Crowder goes in, and Jordan sends it back.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end.
You know, with Crowder, it's his physicality, Doris, that establishes his presence on the floor.
Right, he is able to match up with rugged offensive players. This guy is strong enough to guard multiple positions, and even if his shot isn't falling, he can make an impact on the floor. I'll tell you, there are guys in the league you can give that three-point attempt to. He is not one of those guys.
The pass to Brusino. And it's blocked by Jordan. Here's Bradley. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Here's AI, and that one good. AI's got 43 points.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
Really just sheer dominance, going into enemy territory and flat out taking over this one.
Here's Brasino. He's covered by Ingram. Brasino kicks to Crowder. Another miss by Utah.
I'll tell you, that's been the story of this guy's night. He can't get anything to fall.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Ricky Rubio checked in for Utah. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. LeBron comes in for Ingram. Now, here's Rubio. He's coming off a 10-point game against Oklahoma City.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
They get the rebound. Bradley can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit. Boy, they have leaned on this guy to carry their offense today, and he has come through with flying colors.
Now, here's Rubio. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Here is Rubio. Dishes to Bradley. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Bradley's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
This is what Rubio likes to do off the screen and roll. Hits his teammate where he can do something with it.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Of course, I'm sure you look at these players, evaluate who could make a possible head coach out of the group I'm watching right now. And I'm sure there are a couple players that come to mind for you.
Well, I think when you just talk basketball intellect, one of the first guys that comes to mind is Rajon Rondo. I mean, his insatiable appetite to watch film, to have complete understanding not only of the sets of his own team, but Rajon Rondo, when he's on the defensive end of the floor, as soon as a play is called, he will repeat it and basically tell the teammates, hey, look for this action here. So Rajon Rondo comes to mind. Someone like Andre Iguodala, who also is someone Steve Kerr has referred to as maybe the smartest player he's ever been around. Now, so much more to coaching than just basketball intellect. You've got to be willing to deal with the egos and things, and do these players want to do that? Who knows?
Utah's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Crowder feeling it out a bit. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. AI's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
You know, the assist is the key part of that play. The pace on the bounce pass, perfect.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Utah Jazz. When this game is finished, they'll be off to Portland taking on the Trailblazers. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
How impressive is the catch-and-shoot game of Donovan Mitchell? I'll tell you, you better be there on the catch or he's going to make you look silly.
And here's AI following the three-pointer by Donovan Mitchell. Ball dishes to AI. Back to Ball. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Rubio with it. There's the dish to Mitchell. Back to Rubio. Kicks it to Bradley. Here's Mitchell. His three-pointer's off the mark. The Lakers controlling the game. Here's Hart. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Inside, here's Bradley. Buries it down low. Bradley's got 4 this quarter.
Wow, able to survey over the top of defenses as well as squeeze into tight quarters. Rubio is the consummate playmaker.
Now, here's AI. Bradley with some nice D.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. Baylor, he's checked in for Utah. Dante Exum comes in for Ricky Rubio. Pass to Exum. Here's Brucino. And the shot falls short this time. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Another miss by Utah. Lakers shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. AI. Rebound, Utah. Here's Brucino. Covered by LeBron. Shot clock at 6. Brucino the pass to Baylor. Shoots over Kuzma. No good from Baylor.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
What a fantastic game he's had on the offensive end. If only his teammates could keep up.
Now, here's AI. Non-stop scoring machine here. Connects again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Exum kicks to Mitchell. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Boy, this is as exciting a combo guard as there is in the NBA. Donovan Mitchell's craftiness, his assertiveness, all of those things make this guy special.
Henry Ellenson's checked in for Utah. And Mitchell drops them both. Doors for both charting game action and improving player health. The players now are being tracked by the player tracking devices or chips in their jersey during a game.
I love it, Kevin, because what it enables teams to do is measure the impact and the toll it can take on a player. For example, we now know that player X ran 5 miles on this particular night in this game action environment. And what that affords you is, okay, if you have a back-to-back situation, then you're going to be more careful with that player's minutes the next night. Or if it's an off day, Kevin, you can just say to that player, listen, unless we're doing a walkthrough, you're not involved. I want you off your feet and recovering. Anything that helps the competitive environment that these players are playing in, I'm all for it, Kev.
That was an excellent example. I like that. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. And his drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. Now, here's Mitchell after the miss from AI. Back to Mitchell. There's the 3. Missing that scoring opportunity, having a bad 3 for 9 shooting night. Hart the pass to AI. And AI throws it down.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
And it's Exum with the ball, who will bring it up for Utah. Ball's knocked loose. Baylor kicks to Exum. Back to Baylor. Pass to Exum. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
There's very little the defense can do to stop that. Dante Exum improving at hitting tough contested shots.
Another shot. And the layup by AI. AI's got 59 points.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Passes to Exum. They double him with James. Exum passes to Ellenson. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Baldwin, who's checked in for Mitchell. And then for Los Angeles, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Hart, and George Hill's subbed in for Lonzo Ball.
Well, after hitting 0 from distance in the first, that's his second make this quarter.
AI, and yep, another basket.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now.
How about that? LeBron James always looking for his guys. The court vision, unreal.
Ellenson kicks to Baldwin. To the inside. Exum's shot is off.
Well, defenders are in the area, and that's all it took to force him to change his release.
A nice shot by AI.
The offense is running well, but more importantly, they're taking the shots they know they can make.
Well, they haven't had to force anything. They're simply moving the ball and working for the best available shot.
The Lakers have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them. First one falls for him. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The Lakers on top, opening up a huge gap. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Really an incredible game from AI.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change, he's got a double-double.
I'll tell you, he took over the game in that first half, Greg. They really have got to find a way to slow this guy down.
So for the Lakers right now, LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Lonzo Ball out there with Hart, and it's AI in at the 5, roaming the paint. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. For Utah, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
That free throw good from Bradley. He got it again. Sensational. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Utah is shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. Mitchell's shot is good.
You see Donovan Mitchell finding his rhythm. You're in for a long night. He is effortless offensively.
And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. He feeds it to Mitchell, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. On the wing, Mitchell. The pass to Rubio. Crowder against James. Here's Bradley. Tries to save it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. And here now on the 2K leaderboard, the best distributors in the league. The point guards with the most assists per game this season. Lonzo Ball, number 1.
And he's been doing everything you want from that position, getting everyone involved, making sure the defense has to worry about all 5 guys on the court.
Rubio finds Bradley. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 4th assist in this one. AI, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Ricky Rubio picks one up. The Lakers have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for AI. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Utah. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Over to the left wing. No good with the triple. The Lakers shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. And that one's good. AI.
This guy's trying to close this game out in style. He's not going to stop attacking until he's sure this win is in the books.
Now here's Bradley. 15 points in the game. Stolen by Ball. And here we go. AI heading to the hoop. And AI throws it down.
I really like the activity level from Ball. Excels at reading his man and jumping all over him, and great at coming up with those steals.
For Utah, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. And there's the feed to Ellenson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This is his first trip to the line tonight. The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. Here's the Lakers with the ball. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Here's AI. Again, what an avalanche!
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And Rubio kicks to Mitchell. Over Hart. Rebounded by the Lakers. LeBron's got 4 rebounds in this game.
You know, I think casual fans of the NBA probably wonder what makes LeBron so good. And you look at some of the attributes he has physically, the size, the strength, the quickness. But to me, it's as much about his pursuit of greatness and the commitment year-round to excelling and building his skills. He's truly a seminal player in NBA history.
Now, here's Rubio. Outside Crowder. He kicks it to Mitchell. Six on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Crowder traps in the tray. Crowder's got 5 points so far.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Ball dishes to AI. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 6th assist on the night.
And Ball sets up his teammates when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Now, here's Mitchell. 13 points in the game. And Bradley gets it to go. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's AI. And that one is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Utah has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Rubio, the pass to Bradley. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Jazz making a change here. Brusino's checked in. The Lakers also with a sub. Reed's checked in. Now here's Crowder. He has 5. Now Mitchell feeds it to Bradley. Shot clock at 4 and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the Lakers get called for the foul. This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half.
Yeah, and Ball is an incredibly gifted passer. Just excels at getting his guys going.
For Utah, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. To the inside, here's Brusino. 2nd shot opportunity, and it's blocked. Here's AI, and got it! Another basket, and there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
Here's Crowder, and there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
AI in the post, guarded by Bradley. And AI throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Mitchell. 13 points in the game. The drive by Rubio. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And AI throws it down hard.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those,
Yeah.
that's for sure. And that was an Unleashed Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Nailed from three-point land. And that's now 10 points for Jay Crowder.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Good on the shot. Racino's got his first points of the game.
This is one of the purest point guards to come around in quite some time. He is, Rubio, the ultimate distributor.
Kuzma kicks to Reed. AI outside. A nice shot by Reed. Reed's got his third bucket of the night.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Rubio finds Bradley. And a strong finish with two hands.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now, here's AI. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look for Utah. Baylor comes in for Crowder, and Allen subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Los Angeles. A different look for Utah. Mitchell, he's checked in for Bradley, and Baldwin subbed in for Allen. And the Lakers making a change here. AI in the post. Baylor defending. And that one's good. AI.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
Ricky Rubio is out there with Baldwin. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. Then it's Baylor. And it's Brusino in at the center position. That's the group right now for Utah.
Well, he's taking a lot of pressure off the other players right now with how well he's shooting it.
Baldwin kicks to Brusino. Here's Mitchell. From outside, off the mark. LA has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Tuesday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers. And then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Kersey's checked in for Baldwin, and it's White in for Baylor.
Exactly the kind of ball movement they're looking for.
AI passes to Hollins. Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, and in terms of accuracy, they are dominating the second half.
Well, they're certainly connecting on a lot of shots in this second half, generating high percentage looks and really cashing in.
Utah calls timeout. A lot of times late in the season, Doris, we see the expensive vets bought out of their contracts. Often they sign for a cheap price for a true contender, and that affects parity among postseason qualifiers.
No doubt about it, Kevin. It really brings into very sharp focus the value of a quality GM, because the rich can get richer.
Yes.
And it can tilt things toward the top teams. I don't mind it, Kevin. Part of the reason these players agree to a buyout in the first place is the opportunity to choose their next situation. It is within the rules, and therefore I have no problem with it.
I like it as well. Racino misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them.
He's the leading scorer tonight, being aggressive, and so far, no one's found a way to slow him down.
Pass to Kersey. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Fast break, and AI's got it.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity, just piling it on at this point.
You know, and the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
Here's Mitchell. After the basket by Los Angeles. Kersey, good.
I'll tell you, such a tremendous rhythm to that sequence. Great player movement, great ball movement on the lead pass.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Woo, with a player this hot, I don't see their lead going anywhere.
Free throw, no good for AI. For Utah, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Kersey misses. LA has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. And AI throws it down.
You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
And it's Rubio with the ball for the Utah Jazz. You always hear coaches preaching consistency. Doris, what enables that kind of night in, night out reliability?
Well, I think a lot goes into it, and you can start with pride, Kevin. If you're putting in the kind of preparation necessary, then you're going to take a certain amount of pride in the things you do on a night-by-night basis. Things aren't always going to go your way, but it's not how you end the night. It's how do you respond in the middle of the game when things are going against you. Calls haven't gone your way, or perhaps there's a bad matchup. What's your response? So a lot of things go into consistency, and it's why we take special pride covering players who pride themselves on being available.
And one of the most admired things you have, too, as well.
Correct. Michael Jordan loved to play every night.
Utah's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Pass to White. Off target at the rim. Now, here's AI. Pachulia trying to break loose. AI can't hit. Jazz shooting at 42% in this final quarter. Here's Brasino. Passes it to Kersey. No good on the triple.
No question he's having a bad quarter, so somebody else needs to take charge of the scoring if they're going to cut into this deficit.
And he gets the bucket.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Utah is shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. G League last season experimenting, Doris, with coaches' challenges of certain calls during games. Do you see that perhaps moving over as well to the NBA?
Kevin, my understanding on this is that across NBA ownership, there is real momentum to allow for a coach's challenge. And I think it's commonplace to see teams argue a call. When it's all said and done, we want to get things correct. And so maybe you see this happen in the G League. And what's the carryover to the NBA? I don't know, but I can tell you unequivocally, ownership wants to see a coach's challenge in the NBA at some point.
And I think, Doris, anytime you can make those... AI is checked in for Los Angeles. Ingram comes in for Reed. AI outside. Ingram at the elbow. Back to AI. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. He misses the free throw. Bradley's checked in for Utah. Kersey comes in for Mitchell. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Reed's checked in. He doesn't get the second one. Utah's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Baldwin kicks to Baylor. And Dante Exum picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Jazz making a change here. Brusino's checked in. LA's gone 7 of 9 on three-pointers tonight. Outstanding mark from long range. AI outside. Off target from outside. Utah shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Brusino kicks to Exum. A minute 42 left in the game. Just 5 on the clock. They get the rebound. Here's Bradley. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Bradley's got 14 points here in the second half.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And I think coming into this game, these guys felt they had the confidence to win. And looking at the season they've had, already 58 wins in the books. Tonight will be win number 59.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for AI.
There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double.
Here's Baldwin. Reed covering. And here's Exum. Up top, Kersey. And it's Bradley. That time on the assist by Kersey.
And, guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Right. Frustrating for sure, Greg. I don't think they'll be able to mount a comeback at this point.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Free throw good. AI. Allen's checked in for Exum. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And it's Utah's ball. It's Allen on the wing. Dishes it to Bradley. Great D that time from AI. Doesn't go that time. Bradley with some nice D. And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Bradley. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
few ice buckets after that. Thank you.
Hi, this is Shaq. I liked your Russell Westbrook impersonation tonight. When did you first realize that you were getting close to that triple-double?
Oh, man, I think I still got a long ways to go before I reach that Westbrook level. But as far as getting close to it tonight, I didn't even realize that was the case. You know, one of my teammates had to tell me it's a nice benchmark to reach, but it's just a side quest, man. Like, our main quest is just getting wins. And I was definitely happy to be able to contribute to the team tonight.
Great job.
Thank you. Here you go.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And looking at Los Angeles, they've definitely been generating momentum. What a year they're having. They've run up the best record in the NBA with some absolutely flawless performances. They've been a fun team to watch over the first half of the season. Hold on to your seats, folks. Should be a wild ride. Whoa! Two athletic clubs facing off. Kenny, how do you expect this one to go down?
Ooh, lots of highlight reels, lots of highlight reels, lots of highlight reels, and great showmanship.
Should be exciting for the players and the fans. The team that takes care of the basketball will have the edge.
Woo! Okay, time for tip-off. We send it over to...
What are you riding, a horse, Ernie?
Woo! Kevin Harlan.
It's not a roller coaster, is it?
Clouds passing high over the 10th Avenue Bridge and the Mississippi River here in Minneapolis. A gorgeous scene. It's an all-Western Conference matchup. And David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Karl Anthony Towns had...
Outstanding, B.A. Thank you. And, Kevin, you were drafted back in 1995, straight out of high school. You ever wonder how your career might have been different had you played some college basketball?
When I look at college, those are people that are going to, if not preparing themselves for something else. I was doing the same thing at a rapid rate, doing it through college.
Very accelerated rate.
Very accelerated rate. Where people was getting in 4 years, I was probably getting in 6 months, if not 3 months, and have to understand and articulate it. Then I got to block out. I got to understand what all that is and how finance and economics work and how it affects me. And now I got to strategize from when I'm going to do certain business moves throughout this whole season and be able to talk to an owner and talk and negotiate and go back and forth within a certain timeline. This is all stuff that you don't get in a book. This is all on the ground. You got to learn it, and you got to have a passion for it. You can't sit back and let somebody do your job for you. You got to know what it is. To be able to teach someone something is elite to me. So, you know.
And it was a process, and you enjoyed the process, though, right? Because you were a sponge. You absorb so much as from a person watching you go through all this.
Kid, I'm a student.
Yeah.
And you know me. You've been knowing me since I was a kid. You saw my growth. You saw when I struggled. One thing about struggle, you always have a chance to do something about that. I like to think that in life you have a choice. You can, it's what you do and how you do it. And I've always wanted to be a person of quality, always wanted to be a person of class, you know that. And I'm a professional, and I was taught that you don't get to pick and choose when you're a professional. And I like to think that I've learned through my mistakes and have applied the stuff that I've learned through my mistakes. You know, some of the things I'm teaching these young guys, some of the things I'm talking to these young guys about is just simple experiences and how I messed up. And if I could do it over, I would do it like this. And if I could talk to, you know, my parents, and I have parents like your parents, I would sit down and I would say this. Relating to these young guys, understanding these young guys, understanding, period, says a lot for everything, bro. That's what I've learned through all of this.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Lonzo Ball out there with Reed. And it's AI in at the center, locking down the middle. Kuzma can't get it to go. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. James against Wiggins. Pass to Felicio. Over AI. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And KG, as many points as you scored in your career, how much pride did you take in your defensive play?
You know, I like to think that it's respected, you know. I didn't play. I like to think that when I got to Boston, I made more of a added effort to play defense. You know, in Minnesota, I had such a responsibility on the offensive side that you don't ever save yourself.
Yes.
You don't save yourself in anything. But I would have to find ways of when I come out of the game. You know, immediate ice stuff, you know, stuff that I could use to try to, you know, get any type of rest. I know Flip was going to use me in 2 or 3 minute segments, so I would probably have 3 to 4 minutes of rest and then have to get right back out. But when I got to Boston, obviously, we had a deeper team, a better team, and Doc Rivers did a great job, I felt like, of listening to me. I was listening to my body, but more importantly, we have offensive scores. I wanted to be more of the head of our defense. I wanted to be the one to be talking. Rondo and I had an immediate chemistry with that. It was something that it was natural between the two of us, and I think everybody else followed. Tibbs threw some schemes on top of some of the stuff that we was able to bring. Doc was open to some of the different ideas, scheme-wise, and the rest is history. Next thing you know, Cleveland is running out stuff. LeBron goes to Miami. Now Miami's running out stuff. Right, next thing you know, Miami beats us with our stuff. It's evolution. Right. It's evolution. It's evolution, man. If I sit here and go through it and you sit back and go and watch it, you're like, holy snap. Wow, it's the same look. They're bringing the guy over, post up. Yeah, so, you know, shout to everybody and us innovating and bringing that defense. And shout to Tibbs, right.
Outside, Jones. And there's the pass to Felicio. Goes back up, and it's good on the layup. Felicio's got his second basket of the game.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
How about early attack mode? I love the approach he's coming to this game with. Really strong.
Jones against Ball. Jones drives in. He nails it, and we're tied up. Jones has got his first points of the game.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
AI with the bucket. KG, you had so much success as a high school player. In fact, you were on the cover of Sports Illustrated. How about that, huh? How about, I can see the picture in my mind's eye right now.
That fell in my lap, man. That wasn't something that I was striving for, but who doesn't want to be on the cover of anything? And nonetheless, SI, and I was more than giddy-eyed and glitz or whatever you want to call it. Listen, very special moment for me. A lot of people don't know you have to get permission to be in certain neighborhoods, and we got permission to be in the neighborhood. We got the shooter right there in front of Farragut, which was very dear to me because of the transformation and the stuff that I had been through and where I was at. You know, I hold Farragut a very, 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 very special place in my heart. So it was important for me to have it on the cover.
Ingram, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Offensive rebound. Kuzma off with the layup.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Wiggins outside. 5 to shoot. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Kuzma. And he gets it to go.
Well, you got to shut these lanes off because Kuzma relishes the opportunity to finish around the rim.
Pass to Jones. Timberwolves passing it around. And that one's good. Wiggins.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
AI in the post. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 2. A three-pointer. Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And AI throws it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Kevin, your drive and attention to detail were phenomenal. How do you deal with rookies who were largely uninformed? They were maybe not as receptive to the attention to detail that the elite like you pursued.
Well, one of the things I would do if I saw a guy who wasn't as keen to detail as I was, I would pull him to the side. I would show him, some of the things I would see. I would get, some dialogue with him and what he was seeing, and then try to get him to see what I was seeing as far as the point I was making. And then, challenge him a little bit to be a little more present within certain things and then apply it. I don't believe in shouting. I don't believe in embarrassing someone. I like to always, grab some of the young guys because the young guys don't have all the confidence yet. So I'm trying to build confidence with the young guys. So,
Good point.
So
Good point.
When you get them one-on-one, you're able to, have an intimate conversation and they have full, they're engaged. They're talking to you.
Yes.
And that's what you want. So, with that, I've always found it better to go one-on-one to the side and to find it to be a lot more efficient.
To the paint, kicks it out to Jones. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone, really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And it's Wiggins missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Here's AI. Again, Los Angeles.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Ingram passes to AI. And AI throws it down.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly they've been the better team so far.
Here's Wiggins. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's AI, and he comes up with the deuce. AI's got 24.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Schooling them right now. Taking them to the woodshed. Super aggressive and owning the paint.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And Kevin, what's it feel like when you hear you're one of the most dominant players of this generation? In a generation of great players.
That's weird. That's weird to hear because, you don't do anything by yourself.
Think of the names. Think of the names.
You know what? When you talk about stats and you talk about, numbers, then you put them up against, previous and your peers, then yeah. But, you got to always give homage to coaching styles. You got to always give homage to organizations, other players. Players make this league. This is not something you do by yourself. You come in here, you put your work in, but, the camaraderie and the energy that you're able to get, the friendships, the bonds you're able to get in this, No, you have to give it to your teammates and your brothers that have helped you on the way.
You've always deferred. You've always said,
Yeah,
thank you, but listen, look at this guy.
It is.
Look at this coach.
It is, man. Seriously, man. I won MVP in 04, and it was more about the guys that I was playing with and our connection more than the award. I was kind of the symbol and the example of that team put together, and I hope that I was able to always be, the example of. I hope that I was able to always, have those guys to be proud of, what we all accomplished that year, because one person just don't come into that and do that. That's a team thing.
Timberwolves trail by 18. Jones, the pass debates Diop. Got a piece of it. To the right side. Shot to stop the run. Nailed from three-point land.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
AI, and he uses the glass on the layup. AI's got 30.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
On the wing, Jones. And another 3 for Minnesota.
No excuse for that kind of defense. I'm positive they're upset about that.
Los Angeles leading by 14. Now, here's AI. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
And Kevin, looking back at all the discussion and interviews over the years, you make a lot of analogies to food. Are you a foodie at heart?
Oh, my God. Kev, I am not a foodie.
Really?
Kev, I eat to live.
Well, you know about it.
I eat to live, but I don't want to fool you. I eat to live. Listen, sometimes I forget to eat. Is that bad? Is that bad?
Well, as hard as you work, there's probably a lot on your mind.
Man,
I can get that.
Listen, I like to... a big plate of food scares me. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to keep going on that analogy. A bunch of food I don't want to keep going on that one. Just know that I'm not a foodie. But when I explain things, I like to articulate things where people can understand it. So I use food right away.
Good way to connect the dots.
A little bit. Parallels in life and food are very similar, man.
Good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
We've got 1:48 left to play in the first quarter. Drills the three-pointer.
Staying alert and aware. Wiggins sees his man flash to an open spot. Pass is right on the money.
AI kicks to Hart. Back to AI. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers as they play against the Minnesota Timberwolves at Target Center. Well, for Minnesota, They've made a nice push as we've reached the middle part of the schedule. They look like a different team than they did in the early part of the season. And tonight, we'll get a look at former #1 overall pick Andrew Wiggins. Great.